Welcome to part 2 of our TestTEC conviction voting test. We are here inside of our conviction voting commons or application, and there's a few more things I wanted to point out besides conviction funding that we can do, and things you might see while you are here testing and things you will encounter along the way. So the first thing I wanted to chat about is the abstain proposal and what that does, and then under new proposals I submitted in part 1 a funding proposal, and now I'm going to talk about signaling. And then, as you can see here, my proposal that I submitted in part 1, because the token supplies are quite low, are passing very quickly. The conviction did take a lot of time to build, so that is eligible that I can actually execute that and get my 5 die for my hot chocolate to keep me awake to do the work on this video. So first thing I want to talk about is the abstain proposal. So you'll see that, and that's basically a mechanism where if somebody in the community is not really in favor of and doesn't like necessarily any of the funding proposals, they can click abstain and stake their tokens there. And what that does is just put tokens, takes tokens out of the token supply basically, and would in effect slow down funding proposals passing, just create a little bit of friction. So that is a mechanism where people aren't really happy with the proposals being submitted. They could stake all of their tokens and show that they're not in favor of them and want to slow down how those pass and the conviction that builds. The second thing is the signaling proposal. This is a very new area of development. So it can be used in a variety of ways. Right now we have funding and signaling together, but signaling is primarily to get a gauge of what the community feels about a particular issue. So you can use it as a voting on issues or signaling things that people like or don't like, and at some point this could become a separate layer from funding, because the fact that people are staking on signaling proposals kind of takes away, potential for staking on funding. So there's a lot of discussion to be had around how we can use this mechanism going forward. So I'd love to hear your thoughts and some discussion around that. But for now, I'm just going to show you for the purpose of illustrating. Let's say that I want to get a signal on do people in the community want to fund more walkthrough videos and education. So I'm going to say community support for educational videos and funding. So we'll see if a lot of people are staking their tokens there, that they probably agree that we should be funding more proposals that are for education or videos. And again, just doing this for illustration here. So I'm going to go back to the forum because I've got to have a link to my post. So I'm going to do title for conviction voting signaling proposal, and I'm going to say funding more education. Do you agree? And if yes, stake here. So there we go. And again, this is a signaling proposal, so I won't be asking for any funds. So I'll put 0 and I'll create the topic. And here it is. And then I'll copy my link and put it here for my signaling proposal, and I'm going to go ahead and click submit. Oh, you know what? I just realized that I had to check one thing. Okay, so I'm going to put educational funding support, and then so this action will create a proposal which can be voted on, a proposal without a requested amount. So this will not be executable. So yeah, there's no funds to execute. So this is just a signaling proposal. So I'm going to go ahead and submit. And I'm going to confirm the transaction, and it should take just a minute here on the XDI network. And see, my proposal just showed up. So now, this is a signaling proposal, so I can go ahead and stake some of my tokens because I believe and want to get a signal from the community on whether or not they believe that more educational funding is needed, or that we need to be focusing on education. So the last thing I want to do is show you how to execute a proposal. So as mentioned, this was my part 1 video proposal that I submitted for the walkthrough video, and actually it got enough conviction and passed this 6% threshold, so the community supported it. So now I'm going to execute the proposal, which means I will get 5 XDAI. So I'm going to go ahead and confirm, and it will take just a moment, and we'll see, as this is the first test, what happens when I executed the proposal here. Oh, and it looks like my funds showed up. So I got 5 XDAI. So now, there you saw it happening. It just executed. So I can already see that the balance in my wallet went up by 5 XDAI. So thanks, community. Even though I staked on my own proposal, there were 2 other people that voted on my proposal. And now you can see the comment pool went down to 295. So I just wanted to show you, you can go here and actually look at what proposals are open, what are closed. So now if I click on closed, I can see my proposal and that it was executed. So you can actually see what other proposals have gotten funding. So thank you, TEC Commons, for voting. You can see it wasn't just me staking on my own proposal. There were actually 2 other people. This is me, and these are 2 other people voted. Thank you, community, for giving me 5 XDAI to do this walkthrough video. So I'm gonna go have my hot chocolate now, and if you have any feedback, questions, ideas, would love you to come over to forum.tecommons.org, start a conversation, or reach out on Discord and or Telegram and tell us what you think, what you'd like to see, and go ahead, if you've earned some impact hours, get in and use your impact hours to vote or submit a proposal for yourself to get some XDAI. See you next time. Thanks for watching.